Myanmar is set to hold its first elections in 5 years, beginning on the 28th of December. It's a step long promised by the military government following the 2021 coup. But critics have slammed the polls as a sham, accusing the junta and its leader, Min Aung Hlaing, of trying to normalise its power grab and consolidate control as a civil war rages on. The military-appointed election commission says it will release a full schedule in due time. But for now, it says voting will be conducted in phases over several days. All 330 townships in the country are said to be constituencies. State media reporting 55 political parties have registered, including the military-backed Union Solidarity and Development Party. 9 plan to compete nationwide. It is unclear how polling will take place in areas that are not under military control. Several pro-democracy resistance fighters and ethnic minority rebels have announced plans to derail the election. The junta last month enacted a new law threatening poll disruptors with jail sentences or the death penalty. It has also offered cash rewards to any opposition fighter who lays down arms ahead of the vote. Now, observers believe the military will use the polls to maintain power through proxy political parties. A United Nations expert in June called the elections fraudulent. Other critics argue the vote can neither be free nor fair due to the lack of free media, as well as the arrest of most of the leaders of the now dissolved National League for Democracy Party, led by Aung San Suu Kyi. The Nobel laureate's party won big in the last election in November 2020. But months later, the military staged a coup, claiming the vote was tainted by widespread fraud, an accusation that was rejected by independent election observers. They overthrew Ms. Suu Kyi's government and put her in jail. That triggered the armed resistance we see today. Almost 5 years on, the military is believed to control less than half the country. It lifted the state of emergency last month, but has stepped up attacks to retake areas controlled by the opposition. Despite concerns about the legitimacy of the vote, it has the backing of the country's most powerful neighbour, China. Beijing has reiterated its support for the electoral process, viewing stability in the Southeast Asian nation as a vital strategic interest. Myanmar has also invited China to observe the voting. ASEAN, however, has said that the polls are not a priority. The bloc is pushing for the implementation of the 5-point consensus rather than what it called a one-sided election agenda. ASEAN chair Malaysia plans to visit Myanmar next month to discuss ways to implement the elections and ensure the vote will benefit the people of the war-torn nation.